Hey, welcome back. And as promised, I am back for another story. And if you did get a chance, I did come on live earlier. And so I do have a video out there. It's about one of my favorite celeb couples at the moment, Shanti and Nelly. And just on that really beautiful interview that Shanti actually had with ET Online. So if you haven't gotten a chance, go ahead and take a look at that. And yeah, I would love to know your thoughts and comments about the story and just all that wonderful aspects that you felt about how things are going for them so far. And yeah, welcome back. And if you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. Again, if you are new here, I am April, and I love just going over stories and doing recaps, reviews on worthy news. So, and basically that could be celeb, non-celeb, whatever, is out there that I feel to find of interest and that I just want to discuss and chat with you guys about. So I did come up with another article that I had came across. It's a bit of a feel good and I don't know, heartwarming type of article as well. And so I just wanted to, kind of just talk about it and get your thoughts and your feelings. One of the sad situations that has happened in our pop culture is the passing of the voice, the incomparable Miss Whitney Houston. And yeah, it's still to this day, I find it rather challenging to kind of think about the fact that she's not here because she was such a fond, a beautiful spirit and extraordinarily talented individual. And we were just so blessed to live in a lifetime where we had Whitney Houston. And yeah, I just wish that things had turned out differently naturally and that she would still be here with us and still bringing up the beautiful music that she was so popular in doing. And yeah, it's just been, hard, I think, on that aspect for a lot of people when it comes to thinking about Miss Whitney Houston. But she does have a beautiful catalog of music and films and stuff that we're able to, just listen to and watch and just, keep her present in that way. Also, at the end of the day, Whitney Houston was really, I feel like, part of that soundtrack to our lives. And so, it's just one of those things that, those special moments that we would have had throughout our own journey. We probably can think of many Whitney Houston songs that we have liked and enjoyed, and just some of those fun moments that we may have had at the time when she was with us. So, but through her catalog of beautiful works, she does continue to live on in a very special way. So yeah, when I came across this article, I just thought so beautifully said for the things that were mentioned. And yeah, of course, I wanted to make sure I came here and brought it to you guys too, and just, kind of get your thoughts as well. And, why I'm going over the article and sharing that with you, if you could think of, maybe your favorite Whitney Houston song, go ahead and drop that down in the comment section. I don't really know which one is mine because there's so many of them. And oh my gosh, I think there's just so many of them, really. One that's running through my mind at this moment is, I think it's He's All I Got. All Beloved. I don't want to sing it, but yeah, I think that's what it is. I could be off on the title, but yeah, it's a beautiful song. And just, my goodness, she's just so many things that she has done and that she's touched and blessed us in the entertainment world, that, yeah, she's just going to be forever missed. She's just that icon. She's just that person. So yeah, but with that being said, go ahead and sit back a little bit. Let's go ahead and dive into this article. And again, it was really beautiful sharing. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into that. And let me go ahead and pop up. There we go. And as you can see with some of the people in the pic here, you probably can guess who is we'll be talking about alongside with Miss Whitney. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Now, according to people.com, Denzel Washington recalls working with Whitney Houston on The Preacher's Wife. And he basically states that, he wanted to protect her. She wanted to be so tough, but she really wasn't, Washington said of Houston. Denzel Washington is looking back fondly on his time working with Whitney Houston. Washington, 69, and the late multi-hyphenate starred as Dudley and Julia Biggs, respectively, in the 1996 movie The Preacher's Wife. Nearly 30 years later, Washington shared his experience filming the classic with Houston while reflecting on his decades-long career at his African Black Film Festival retrospective on Saturday, June 15th. If you actually got a chance to watch The Preacher's Wife, go ahead and jot that down in the comment section. I did. It's been some years ago, but I think, I will probably end up pulling it out now because I just got all the feel goods about this article here. So let's go ahead and move forward. I felt like I always wanted to protect her, he said, of the I Will Always Love You singer. And that's another great song from her. Chaz Ebert, host and widow of film critic Roger Ebert, pointed out that there was a vulnerability that you saw. So you really got that, Washington asked in response. Ebert, 71, affirmed, and the audience laughed as Washington added, well, of course. He reiterated, I always felt like I wanted to protect her. She wanted to be so tough, but she really wasn't. And that's all, okay. The Preacher's Wife also starred Courtney B. Vance, Jennifer Lewis, Gregory Hines, and Justin Pierre Edmond, Lionel Richie, Loretta Devine, and Houston's mother, Cissy Houston, also had notable appearances. It is a remake of the 1947 movie, The Bishop's Wife. If you didn't know that, that's a little bit of trivia for you. Houston did appear to develop closer friendships with the cast before her untimely passing in February 2012. She died of an accidental drowning with contributing factors of heart disease and drug use. She was 48. Vance, who portrayed Houston's husband, Reverend Henry Biggs, in the acclaimed Penny Marshall directed film, shared with People in November how starring opposite the Bodyguard star greatly impacted his career. And The Bodyguard with Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner was also another fantastic movie. If you've seen that one, drop that down in the comment section. Let me know if you did. I enjoyed that movie. I've seen that a couple of times. That's a real easy one to watch for me. I loved her so much, he said. For me to be playing her husband, I was in state of euphoric shock. He added, it was a turning point in my life, and Whitney was a huge, huge part of that. He shared that he didn't dive too much into a personal life while on set and instead embraced the mutual respect they have for one another. And as I shared, like in my previous live with Shanti and Nelly, that's one of the things I mentioned about, when we talk about celebs, it's so wonderful just to enjoy their art and enjoy what they do provide and share with us without having to dive so deeply inside their personal lives. Because quite frankly, sometimes you're not going to like what you see when you go into areas that really are not needed for full full public consumption. So yeah, just the fact that he could appreciate Whitney for her work and her talents and what she brought to the table each and every day, and I would say no doubt that she brought it each and every time. It was something beautiful that he can cherish. So I think that was really nice of him to share that. He further says, we just were on sets together and respecting each other. Vance said, but I didn't go into the depth of what was happening in her life, which again, I'm sure was a really smart move to make, because, we don't want to pass judgment on things that really we don't have a greater understanding about or involved with. And quite frankly, that's just my humble opinion, not so humble opinion, how I feel about that. He shared that he was too devastated to attend her funeral, adding it might have hurt his spirit. And I have in my mind our time together, and it was beautiful. And yeah, if you're not familiar, and I would imagine you probably are, but Courtney B. Vance is also a husband to another a beautiful actress, Angela. And yeah, it's just... yeah, it just really touched me, to see this article and just see the love that I felt came through this article. I really appreciated just, hearing their thoughts and their remembrance of, their time with Whitney. And she sounded like she was really fun. There happens to be a lot of, I noticed, videos and reels and such on Instagram and even in YouTube, but a lot more on Instagram that's been popping up in my feed personally about Whitney Houston. And for me, when she had first passed, it was really, I just didn't really listen to a lot of her music right after that. I mean, I was in a period of, obviously mourning like a lot of us were. And so it was kind of hard to kind of listen to a song and then think about, the unfortunate situation at hand. So it took me a little while, but, as I see, videos popping up and a lot of behind the scene kind of moments and just happy moments, interview moments, just, quintessentially Whitney Houston, to see that is really been nice. And it's actually, it's kind of refreshing because it keeps you in remembering, the beauty and the wonderment of that individual, and not so much focusing on how they left, but more how you can celebrate their life when they were with us here, so it was really nice. And I just thought, wow, how beautiful it was for that to be a reflective moment for her co-stars and dear friends. And that she just really left an indelible mark on everyone. And I haven't heard a single story ever from anyone that did not say that she was not a beautiful person, beautiful spirit, fun, just a jokester, and, really could just, boy, she could sing, couldn't she? She can sing. I'm sorry, sang. She's just one of those, one of those people that I'm so glad that I'm in the lifetime of, her existence being here, because I'm gonna say she was just a beautiful lady. And yeah, it's just been so nice to review, because again, there's just so many things out there in the world that are not pleasant, and a lot of people are going through a lot of things and a lot of unfortunate situations. So to come across that article, I thought was really nice and special. So I wanted to share and talk about it, and I'd love to know your thoughts, how you feel. I would imagine you're probably just as devastated as I was when she had passed, if you're a fan. And, again, drop down, in the comment section about what favorite song or song. Sometimes it's hard. I feel like when someone's asked, hey, come up with that one thing, it's like, look, I don't live an algorithm-based life. I like choices. I like options. So sometimes there may be things that I may only like one of, but a lot of times if it's something I appreciate, I'm probably going to like many things that they do. So feel free to drop as many songs as that you can reflect on about Whitney Houston that you enjoyed her performing. I know she did a lot of live performances, obviously. She did a lot of, I think, the national anthem, which was probably to history still like one of the best, if not the best, national anthem performance in our history at this point. But yeah, go ahead and drop down those fond thoughts and about Whitney if you like. I also enjoyed her. Maybe a little controversial, but I don't know. I thought it was funny and it was enjoyable, and it was nice to see her kind of just, relax and have a good time with it. But I enjoyed, if you remember on Bravo, they did, and I think probably one of the first reality TV shows they did. I think it was at Being Bobby Brown. And, it was with Bobby, their kids and family, friends and all that kind of stuff. And just kind of taking us through a regular day, or maybe not so regular day, with traveling and shows and stuff like that. And just, just showing us a little bit of them. They definitely were a polarizing couple together. I've always particularly loved them together. And I take out the other things that, that can be up for debate, for many, but I choose to just think of the love that I felt that was between the two of them. So, and I do feel my, not so humble opinion that if things had turned out differently, they would probably still be together. And, so my heart and thoughts definitely go out to Bobby Brown, his family and their friends, and the close family friends of Whitney Houston, and obviously their daughter as well. It was just such a nice, thing to be able to witness Whitney Houston. I've never been to a Whitney Houston concert. I think that YouTube was floating around people who had actually had tickets from at different shows back in the day. Some from the 90s. I think someone might have some from the late 80s, maybe even. And then of course, subsequent shows after that. And I just thought, how cool is that? Everything's still intact, and you can literally look at this piece of history that this person has, for the rest of their lives. And so I think that's really nice. I unfortunately myself did not get to see Whitney Houston in person. I wish I had. I'm sure I would have really loved the show. But there are a lot of footage of past concerts that she did, and they're kind of circulating around right now. And so that's kind of nice when it pops up in my feed. So, but if you have yourself have actually watched or seen her in person, in concert or whatnot, go ahead and drop that in the comment section. It'd be kind of fun. I just know about that. But of course, definitely, leave what songs were your favorite from Whitney Houston. Her movies, she really was multifaceted. She did so many things. I think when I think about movies, I guess I like them all from all the ones I can reflectively remember that she did. Um, the only one I did not see though was Sparkle because that did come out, I think, subsequently after her passing. So at that point, I just was not ready for re-emitting into that time. I feel I would probably be crying the entire time, so it wasn't going to be an enjoyable moment for me and whoever was watching it with me. But yeah, so that's one I did not see. But The Bodyguard, I absolutely adore. I think that was a great movie. It was fun. I could still watch it. It's an easy watch. Of course, Waiting to Exhale. I mean, I remember me and all my friends went when it came into the theater, and we went to go watch it. It was like a big deal. Everybody was there because I was prior military, and so the whole base, I think, was there for that, and it was just a lot of fun. And we were overseas, so it just made it, really fun to watch that. And it's just really a classic, right? It's a pop culture classic, and it will probably forever that way. And then, of course, The Preacher's Wife, which was a really great, just heartwarming movie altogether. And I really loved watching that as well. And so I definitely will probably be pulling out some of these movies out of the archives and just kind of sitting on a random Saturday if I can find some time and just enjoy just the art because, it is. Just that it's beautiful art, and of course the songs. I mean, my goodness, she's got catalog of music for days. So and I do love listening to her songs as well. So, and she was a no nonsense lady too, right? I mean, yeah. So she was just fun. She was really a joy, and yeah. So I am so glad that you were able to pop on back and spend a little bit of time with me. Definitely leave your thoughts and those things in the comment section. I would love for us to communicate and conversate about that. We are community here, and community is me and you. So I really would love to hear your thoughts and just whatever nice, beautiful things you'd like to share down below. That'd be really great. And of course, if you have not already subscribed and not part of the family, go ahead and get subscribed and be part of the community. I would so love to have you. And I would enjoy having you here within our random chat block parties and whatnot. And, just sharing your thoughts and your comments about the things that are discussed here on this little piece of the internet of mine called In My Not So Hopeful Opinion. And definitely, if you like the video, I really do appreciate a like on the way out. Just want to go ahead and make sure that we are getting the video out to as many that would be interested in watching, and just letting it be known it's there. And I look forward to growing with you guys, and I hope you again did enjoy. I do plan on coming back on maybe another time today, sometime maybe in the evening. I don't know, maybe earlier than that. I will just have to see. But yeah, I mean, we got stories galore, things to talk about, and so yeah, I do hope that you will enjoy those as well. So definitely make sure you subscribe, make sure you have your notification bells on so you know when I am uploading a regular video or live. I sometimes do quick takes as well, which just kind of just is what it is, a quick take of whatever conversation. And so yeah, you'll see those there. So lots of videos and lives are already on the platform, so be sure to peruse and check those out whenever you get a chance. And I guess until next time, take care, be blessed, and yeah, I hope you have a great day. Thanks. Bye.